Hey guys, what's going on? Scals here. I'm joined tonight by Shadow. We are going to be going over some of the news that has happened this week throughout the wrestling world. Shadow, how's it going?
Oh man, I'm so distraught as a wrestling fan right now, man. I can't do this. The bullshit that's keep coming out, Jeff Hardy, now Vince McMahon, John Laurinaitis, like this is becoming stupid.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot going on. We will get into everything that has happened. There is some potential breaking news that Sasha Banks has been released from WWE. There has been no actual confirmation, just some tweets from WrestleVotes and from Raj Giri. So, uh, just a lot going on within the last 6 days of wrestling.
Well, to start it off for the starting the week hot was Jeff Hardy coming out again with another DUI. Like, at what point does this man learn that he needs to stop? He has two young girls at home. He has a family now. He's putting his body on the line. I get that, but that's some bullshit. We don't. He's not a hero at this point, and he needs to be taken out of wrestling.
Yeah, I mean, he could still wrestle. He just needs to not do all the crazy stunts. Like, he needs to change his style, and I know that's not what he's known for, but I mean, I don't know. It's one mistake, shame on you. Two mistakes, shame on me. But how many is this now? Four,
This is, I think, it.
five.
You have once in WWE in his first run, or two in WWE in his first run,
Mm-hmm.
and then you had TNA, and now you have another one. I think he got suspended on his second run in WWE, and then now he's done it in AEW. That's 5 times.
And that's five. Yeah, that we know of. I'm sure there's
Right.
more.
There's probably times where we don't get that information, but I can go back to Jimmy last year. He did the same shit, but apparently he stayed clean. Maybe something woke him up finally. But when it comes to any wrestler, whether past, present, or like I want to say future, but so I'll just say future. There's no reason to be on the road being an idiot.
Yeah, I feel like the Jimmy situation. Yes, it was 11 months ago. It was last summer. I feel like he's learned his lesson because you could. There's been nothing else from there. Like, yeah, they never took him off TV. He really wasn't suspended. So people are like, well, why did he get away with things and the Usos did not? I mean, Jeff didn't, but Jeff was a repeat offender. Like,
Right. And now you have Matt Hardy out there. Oh, it's my brother. I love him. I get it. I really do. But at some point, Matt needs to smarten up and show him tough love.
yeah, he's
I,
Matt's
I
trying to be
kind of
the
agree
good
with
brother.
Tony Khan.
Matt's trying to be the good brother, and you can't always be.
Right, but I agree with Tony Khan's stance on this with he's suspending Jeff without pay, which I think is good. But at the same time, WWE offered Jeff this same shit months ago, and he turned it down
Well,
because I'm clean, I'm clean, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And now we're 6 months down the road, and what's he doing?
yeah, I mean, was WWE right for releasing him? Were they correct in
I'm one of
saying
those
that he needed
people.
help and no one wanted to believe him? The one of the few times that they were actually might have been right about something.
I don't know. I wanna say WWE took the right approach with it, but at the time, I was all for Jeff and getting out of that WWE bullshit.
As was a lot of
But
people,
now
but some people they want to believe what they want to believe. They never want to hear that WWE actually did something correct.
I can't do it now. Like, I have Jeff's figure up on my wall for fuck's sake. And like him and his brother have been wrestlers I've followed my entire life. And now I can't get behind Jeff. I just can't. I can't look at him in the same way I have for the past years. Now with all these incidents, I do not believe he deserves to be in the Hall of Fame at all. Period. In any company.
Yeah, that's tough though. That's tough.
At that rate, you might as well just say Chris Benoit belongs in the Hall of Fame.
Whoa, that's a bold take there, Shadow.
But that's what I'm kind of going to. What happened? If Jeff kills somebody,
Well, I mean, if you want to go that route, I mean, there was Sunny, where it was the same situation, and she
right?
actually
And
did.
WWE is even And WWE hasn't done taking her out of the Hall of Fame yet.
I mean, they have people in the
And
Hall of Fame that we think shouldn't be in there, but they're still in there.
the back the backstage politics in all of wrestling right now, whether it be AEW, TNA, WWE, it's all garbage.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on between with Vince, John Laurinaitis. There's just too much going on. Makes me think that WWE knew this was coming out, considering didn't they do a deal with Dark Side of the Ring right before this?
Yeah, and they clean swept most of their backstage crew. Triple H, Stephanie, other people. Like, why were they telling them to leave? Why were they asking them to step aside?
Well, we don't know that they asked Stephanie to step aside. Everybody's just assuming that they were tied together. Triple H came back
Okay,
when she left.
fair.
Triple H has been back since then, so I don't think that they asked her to step aside. I think they realized when Triple H was home that having one parent at home would be good for the kids.
Okay, maybe so. But either way, I don't care. We all know Vince is the creepy old perverted head. We've seen it for years on TV. I can only imagine what behind the scenes is like.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
I refer back to the Pat McAfee podcast that Vince did. He referred to Linda as his wife at the time. He also wasn't wearing a wedding ring. So
They've been
are they
married.
together?
They've been
Are they
no.
not?
They are technically still married, but it's all on paper. It's all for show. They haven't
And
lived
that's what
together.
I'm
They
saying,
haven't lived
right?
together for about a decade.
But you know what I'm saying? In the public eye, they're together. Nobody knew this knowledge, most of them.
Right.
So him coming out saying it the way he did put a lot of really weird vibes out there. And now this is coming to light.
I'm just curious.
John Laurinaitis, Johnny Ace, he's married to the Bella's mom, but now there's accusations of sexual misconduct. Like, I didn't like the guy to begin with. I think he was weird as it was, and now this shit.
Yeah, I mean. Oh, wow, that was quick. Breaking news about Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns.
SummerSlam?
SummerSlam, last man standing.
Oh, imagine! I just spoke to you this before this went on the air that was going to be the main event.
That's just that was quick. Yeah, that probably is what what you said.
I'm going to say it here.
It has
Listen
it
to
has
this
the
pod.
vibes of what you said.
Right now, this is what I'm saying. Randy Orton's out on the shelf. Cody Rhodes is out on the shelf. WWE has no big guys that they can have go head to head with Reigns right now. So they had to bring Brock back. You know who's winning the Money in the Bank? Seth freaking Rollins, and he's going to pull the heist part 2. I'm saying that here.
Now, my question about that. How would he do that if it's a last man standing match?
He can help. He's got to have either Brock. Listen. He's going to either have Brock down, and Brock's going to be incapacitated to where he takes out Reigns, but that's not going to happen because you can't make Reigns lose. So what's going to happen is Brock's going to have Reigns down for 10. That's going to cash in just before it hits the 10 spot number, and he's going to beat the shit out of Brock, and he's going to win.
I don't know.
Because we all know that Seth and Brock have a great relationship now.
Has
come out many times. They enjoy working together. So I can see that this happening. And Brock will likely, all the work that Seth has done in the last year and a half, I can see him earning what he deserves.
Has there ever been a triple threat last man standing match?
I don't think so. But we're also still 2 months out from SummerSlam, and this could change.
Yeah, I don't know.
If creative, or you have Brock go over Reigns, which I don't see happening, but maybe Reigns does, and then Seth comes down, curbs on pedigree, boom, there's the match, because they're both going to be dead tired by the end of that match. There's nobody coming out of that match 100% fine.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I don't know how Seth pulls it off if he cashes in that night.
I'm saying Seth Rollins walks out as your WWE champion, undisputed champion at SummerSlam.
I mean, I would agree with you. I just don't know how it happens. I don't know how they do. How they? No, I want him to do it. I think he deserves it. I just don't know how it happens with the last man stand with the stipulation that they did. Without Roman and Brock both not answering the 10 count. That's the thing.
Unless they're both down at 8, Rollins books it to the ring like he did at WrestleMania.
Yeah, but
cashes in. I mean, that's highly unlikely scenario. But
the only way I can think is if they fight in the backstage area, and Seth pins them both underneath something, cashes in, pins them both underneath something, and wins.
Could very well be setting up something for down the road too.
Yeah.
But the backfire to that isn't Battle of the Castles or whatever the hell it's
Clash of the Castle. Yeah.
September.
It is. Yes, it is Labor Day weekend.
And they're expecting Drew versus the Reigns. So I don't even know if that theory works anymore.
It could be Drew versus Reigns. It doesn't have to necessarily be for the title.
Right.
Because then Drew could win at that point, be the first person to pin him in his home over there. And I don't know.
It's stupid.
Tough situation.
And now with Sasha and Naomi, you said Naomi's coming back 100%. It's more of a I'm walking out to support my brethren kind of thing.
That's my thoughts on it. Naomi had her profile moved to the alumni section on WWE, but then it was moved back to the active.
I don't know. What if all this shit with Vince is something to do with why they left too? Not saying it is, but I'm not saying it's not.
I don't think it has.
Jax tweeted 2 months ago, dude, that some shit was going on backstage, keeping stars from getting to their potential because of perverted old men.
Who tweeted that?
Nia Jax, 2 months ago, back at the end of April.
Yeah, she was also bitter she got fired.
It doesn't matter. There's still some truth there.
Well, now we know there is.
You don't carry the family lineage she does and just throw it around willy-nilly.
Oh man, so much going on.
I'm telling you, I posted it in the Discord. It's there somewhere.
No, we've seen it. It was in all the articles that were posted about Vince's things. So I mean, it was there. I understand it, but I don't think
there's no way around that, man. Like, you have Vince McMahon, who has literally booked himself making out with Trish Stratus in front of his sedated wife at the time. Then you have him having a lap dance from Stacy Keibler in the center of the ring. And this man was dry humping Sable in the backstage areas. Like, if anybody is shocked that this shit is coming out in 2022, that Vince McMahon is a pervert, I'm sorry. Where the hell have you fucking been?
Well, that's part of the thing. That's most people, they don't want to believe it until it's actually true, but if you don't actually believe any of this that happened with him, I got a bridge to sell you, because I'm gonna make some money off of you.
But that's just it, right? That even goes for like everyday today life. Nobody wants to believe that their friend will do that, but you know what? That friend did it, and now what? It ain't a joke, and Anybody that takes it as a joke and making all these stupid fucking memes about it, get your fucking head out of your ass and realize that this is bigger than professional wrestling.
Yep, I agree.
It's 2022. I have a daughter. Scouts has a daughter. This ain't cool. It can happen to males too. We're not saying that it can't, but something's got to give here.
Yeah, something definitely needs to change. I mean, Johnny Ace needs to go. That's the first step. Not
Since
sure.
back, the women's division has gone to shit in WWE.
Yeah, I agree.
For fuck's sakes, we have Ronda Rousey as champion again. Why? Like, it makes no fucking sense. We have all these women in the WWE that can go for that belt, and it's the same four.
Yeah,
And you have a tag team division that's fucking mind blowing. I don't know.
what tag team division?
The women's.
No, I was being facetious there because there really is no tag team division since Sasha and Naomi left.
Hell, exactly.
They should just retire those
You know,
belts.
I hear Bayley's been ready for months to go. She doesn't want to come back because there's nothing creative for her.
I don't know how there's nothing creative.
How do you not? How do you have nothing creative for Bayley? What is wrong with inserting her into the title picture?
She should be one of the.
Right. That's right. That's right. You can't have it because Becky needs to steal the spotlight over and over and over and over and over again. Like, since Bianca took the belt off her, what have you got? You have Becky whining every week. It's Christian, one more match bullshit all over again. This time, it's just recycled to the female side of things. I'm a fan of Becky Lynch, but she doesn't need a belt.
No.
She lost all her momentum quickly. Whoever decided to turn her heel ruined her character.
I don't know. I like the work she's doing right now.
Her work is great, but she was a natural babyface, and you done fucked it.
Well, they tend to do that a lot with the wrestlers.
Like, when you have a main event wrestler in fucking Kevin Owens, and he's wrestling a jobber. Whether it's a fucking Elias or Ezekiel, it doesn't matter. He's a fucking jobber at this point. This needs to stop. You have top tier talent. You're signing to these big deals, and you're wasting them.
I don't know. It's hard to say because
Think about it this way: if Kevin Owens goes to AEW, what happens?
he gets put on Dark. Stop with this Kevin Owens to AEW. He'd be put on Dark or Elevation.
Ring of Honor.
Ring of Honor is owned by AEW. It's the same shit. He would be put on Dark and you wouldn't see him again, or he'd be teamed up with somebody and be a butt buddy because the AEW doesn't know what the hell to do with people they're bringing over anyway. Look at Jon Moxley and Daniel Bryan. They're together in the Combat Club. Look you have Undisputed Era over there, Undisputed Elite. They can't even think of their own shit. Come on, it's the same in both brands. Wherever you go, they're gonna do the same thing. Except in one business you have a businessman running it, in the other business you have a fucking Mark running it.
Mark has no
and
intention
both
of actually
have
doing
no
it.
idea what they're doing at the moment.
You got one that's a businessman that's up for sexual allegations. You have a Mark that's running the company because his daddy gave him money.
Yeah. So.
Okay. Kevin Owens in New Japan. You can't even argue that. Kevin Owens would be a top star in Japan.
Anybody that goes there from over here would be a top star in New Japan because they know what to do with the wrestlers over there.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying now. I'll take AEW out, whatever, that's fine. But like if he goes to somewhere that's actually going to use them properly, he's a world champion in 6 months.
I don't know. There's so many good wrestlers over there. He'd be a champion of some sort. He could be the U.S. champion. He'd be in there. But you gotta Kevin Owens
What
had
are
a
they doing?
what?
What are they doing with Sami Zayn right now? He's just a fucking comedic act backstage. Why?
I don't know. Maybe they're
He was
lining
a
him up.
champion 4 months ago.
What?
Like, he was a champion 4 months ago.
Right, and maybe they're putting him with the bloodline so this way he could eventually turn on him and get a title shot versus Reigns.
Maybe, but that's stupid in itself too.
How
He's not.
you take him down from the inside, pick him apart one by one.
Yeah, I can see
Wasn't he
that.
known as the master manipulator?
Yeah, I mean, he
Wouldn't that
needs to
be
bring out the
Wouldn't that
character.
be full circle from his character in NXT?
Yeah. What if he did? What if he brought even El Generico back to the main? Like, you know,
Yeah,
I don't know. But
I'm
the
just
state of wrestling right now is just fucking garbage across all brands. I don't care what mark you are. I don't care what you feel. How I have to say. Wrestling between WWE, AEW, TNA, it's garbage. Nobody knows what the fuck they're doing with their talent right now.
yeah. I mean, I don't think Impact. Yeah, Impact hasn't really been doing a great job with it either.
Impact just brought back 60-year-old fucking D'Lo Brown for fuck's sakes. Why?
I don't know.
It just doesn't make sense. The state of wrestling is it reminds me of the 80s steroid thing again.
Well, that's what they're comparing it to, and that's the last time that Vince took a step back from things.
But that's where it's going. The biggest issue WWE did lately in the last 10 years was going public. Because since they've gone public, nothing good has happened. Because they downgraded to this PG era bullshit. They feed into the kids. That's fine. You want to feed that demographic? That's perfectly fine. But the peak of your success was in the late 90s with the Attitude Era. And you've been floating on that since.
I don't know. There's lots of stuff going on. So many different things that can be happening. Who do you think that else is going to get? You think anything else is going to happen? You think we're going to see
No.
anybody else get released or anything?
No.
You don't think we're going to see anybody from the backstage get released? Besides Laurinaitis? Because I feel like there's no way he could stay.
Kevin Dunn, maybe?
Yeah, I could see that. Maybe maybe they actually remove Vince if Stephanie can have her way.
Maybe.
I don't know. I I don't know. I mean, we went over a lot tonight. We got a lot of our ranting out. Hope Shadow feels better.
A little bit.
He was holding it in for a bit. If you guys have any thoughts or anything about it, feel free to comment on the video. You can like and subscribe, share it with everybody so that people can see how we feel. Hopefully, some of you guys feel the same. It's okay if you don't. That's the great thing about wrestling. You can have opinions and not bash others for it. Anything else you want to say, Shadow?
Nope.
All right, guys. Well, that's us checking out. We'll catch you on the flip side.